Postseason football, Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Stay with your man.
First carry now for Tyler Irvin. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Irvin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Heads up. Lead. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get some. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
The 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
368.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check it.
A 2nd down carry for Urban. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hands up! Lead! It's just me. Heavy. Kill. Regular. Kill.
To throw again on second down. Dalton, his throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check back.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, a run for Hill. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd down, Love works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down.
54 smart. 54 smart.
Fourth down, Brissett. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Dalton, and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but over the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
You must come to what? Shift. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Heavy. Switch it, come on, switch it.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Single. High.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett sets to throw it. They'll toss it for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Watch the safety creep.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's not going to get me. Wall. Heavy. 2 by 2. Move. Check 31. Hey, Haywood.
So Dalton now. And he's going to go down again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando. That's right. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
No. Alert flare. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check 4. Check 6. Pull it high.
Bell. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Dalton. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yards.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker Devin White there to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey. Check three. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check. Please up. Check. 368. Please up.
To throw again. Dalton over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. Regular. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go. Shit. Heavy. Shit.
And it'll be Dalton again. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They toss to Urban. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
We got three.
Here's Love again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They come up in an offset eye. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Love. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down. Andy Dalton now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Bell. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What we got? Watch out.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jackson. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now on 2nd and 13, Brissett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Brissett on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Brissett. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Brissett on 4th down. He finds Humphries. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down, Ravens.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check pass. Hey, Alpha. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I don't think you got it, sir.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He lost 6 there on the first down play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Rippett. He may try and run for... Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential 2 score. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Heavy. Back. Regular. Twist.
So now Dalton. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
68. Heavy. Shit. Hatchet. Check. Crunch.
All right, here's Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Well, the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. The kick by Joseph is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bills, on the year.